kulan looga hadlayay islaam naceybka kusoo badanaya dalka maraykanka ayaa waxaa lagu qabtay masjid lagu magacaabo Abubakar sadiq oo ku yaala magaalada Minneapolis waxaana kasoo qeyb galay inta badan senetaradda laga soo doorto Gobloka Minnesota. Faafahinta warkaasi waxaa magaalada Minneapolis nooga soo diray wariyahayaga Maxamuud Dulyadayn.
iyadoo muslimiinta dalkani maraykanka ayaa mahani dambe dhagahooda ay aad u maqlayaan erayo xambaarsan waliba islaam nacayb iyo waliba cuqdada loo qabo dadka muslimiinta ah ayaa musharaxiin ka sharaxan xisbiga jamhuuriga ee garabka midig waxaa ka soo yeerayo erayadaas iyo kuwa kale oo badan sida maalqabeenka mayalka adag ee Donald Trump iyo sidoo kaleba ninka la tartamaya ee Ted Cruz. dhinaca kalena xisbiga dimuqraadigu waxa uu ku bixinayaa booqashooyin iyo waliba safaro gaagaaban dhinacaas iyo soo booqashada dadka muslimiinta ah soo dhaweyntooda iyo waliba in ay dhagahooda ka tirtiraan waxyaabaha ka soo yeerayo dhinaca garabka midig. haddaba senetaradda laga soo doorto gobolka Minnesota waa gobolkani aan joognay ee Aymi Kolabashar iyo sidoo kaleba xeer ilaaliyaha guud ee gobolka Minnesota ee dhinaca federaalka u qaabilsan Laga ayaa waxa ay soo booqdeen masjidka ugu weyn gobolkani Minnesota ee masjidka Abubakar sadiq Islamic Center. waxa ayna dadka kula hadleen erayo iyo waliba khudbooyin waxa ay halkaasi ka soo jeediyeen dadka ay ugu talagaleen ayna damiin qaadayaan in ay u taagan yihiin ilaalinta muslimiinta iyo inaysan dareemin cuqdada ka soo yeerayso dadkaasi.
We would like to thank the administration of Abubakar Sadiq Islamic Center for hosting U.S. Senior Senator Aymi Kolabashar along with U.S. Attorney Laga to have a dialogue with the Muslim community of Minnesota. We are very thankful to you and we look forward having discussions on these very important matters.
We as a community try to educate our youth to be a good citizen and also to be a good Muslim in this country. The Islamophobia, the things that a lot of people talk about recently, because of the rhetoric and the hatred and discrimination that's coming from some of the candidates, right-wing candidates, I can say that. In this center and other Muslims, I'm talking American Muslims, we all rejected any ideas that related to terrorism or killing innocent people, as well as we also against the hatred and the discrimination against our community.
Abubakar Sadiq, we have more than 1,300 people coming in the weekend, starting from the very early childhood education, like where we teach our kids how to talk, how to read, how to write, how to sit, like a preschool, and up to the institution we have Islamic institution of Islamic education we have in Abubakar Sadiq.
The rhetoric that we're hearing across the country. Islamophobia is a long word, but to me, more simply, it means disrespect, right? It means not consistent with American values if you treat people like the way people have been treating some members of your community and the thing they've been saying about you. It's simply unacceptable that a Minnesota woman enjoying dinner with her family in Coon Rapids could be smashed in the face with a beer mug simply for speaking Swahili, and it's simply unacceptable that a mother who's lived in the U.S. for 23 years would have to hear people verbally abuse her children, asking why the family doesn't, quote, go back to your country, and it's simply unacceptable that a man of Indian descent attended a Vikings game and would be confronted by another Viking fan asking him whether or not he was a refugee and demanding that he go back. Those are things that happen in our own community, and I am proud of our leadership in our community, whether it's in the governor, whether it's law enforcement, really across the board. We have stood up against this rhetoric, but as we have learned in this presidential election, it's not just leaders, you need it in the grassroots as well. And that's a lot about what you're doing by speaking out and getting out the good work of this mosque in your community. So I want to thank you for that.
Know that it was so important for you to tell me about that problem. And so my request today, as I keep coming back for meetings here, and I will come back whenever invited, is to speak up and tell me about other ways that we can be of use, that we can be helpful. We all know that Islamophobia is out there. We've now had a series of meetings over the last 3 weeks. Law enforcement and I all gathered 3 weeks ago for a meeting to talk about Islamophobia and to make it clear that law enforcement is here to stand up for you and to protect you.
The issues that we are confronted with as Muslims, either in Minnesota or throughout the world, we should not in any way, because of political rhetoric, water down those issues. Today, as Muslims, we are actually confronted, we are between two extremes. One, if ISIS were to come in here, for those of us who disagree with their ideology, we are targets for them. The society in which we live, they see us as members of ISIS. So I want you to see that this is a serious matter, that I can't go this way, I can't go that way, because we are caught in between.
saddexdii bishii labaad ee sanadkan hadda aynu ku jirno ee February ayay ahayd xilligii madaxweyne Obama uu soo booqanayay masaajid iyo waliba madrasa ku yaalo magaalada Baltimore ee gobolka Maryland ee dalkani Maraykanka. waxa ayna arintaasi noqonaysaa madaxweynihii ugu horeeyay ee Maraykana ee soo booqday masaajid iyo madrasa islaami ah. Maxamuud Dulyadayn, Somali Cable, Minneapolis, Minnesota.